Imagine finding a hidden treasure chest that never runs out. A source of peace, success, and strength that can guide you through every problem in life. That's what Proverbs Chapter 2 verse 1 to 8 is all about. It's not just advice. It's a divine map to true wisdom. Let's uncover what God says about the priceless reward of seeking wisdom and how you can apply it in your everyday life to become unshakably successful. Proverbs Chapter 2 verse 1 to 8 says, "My son, if you accept my sayings and treasure up my commandments, by making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to discernment. Moreover, if you call out for understanding and raise your voice for discernment, if you keep seeking for it as for silver and searching for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of Jehovah and find the knowledge of God. For Jehovah himself gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and discernment. He treasures up practical wisdom for the upright. He is a shield for those walking in integrity. He watches over the paths of justice and guards the way of his loyal ones." This passage is a powerful reminder that wisdom doesn't just fall into our laps. It must be searched for like a hidden treasure. Solomon begins with the word if, meaning you have a choice. If you listen, treasure, seek, and cry out for wisdom, you will find something far greater than gold, understanding from God himself. Wisdom here isn't just about knowledge or being smart. It's about knowing how to live rightly, make sound decisions, and walk in truth, even when life gets tough. Verse 5 reveals the result. "Then you will understand the fear of Jehovah and find the knowledge of God." This means that when we sincerely seek wisdom, God opens our eyes to see his truth, his ways, and his character. And verse 6 reminds us of the source. Jehovah himself gives wisdom. True wisdom doesn't come from books, social media, or experience alone. It flows directly from the heart of God through his word. Now, let's look at how we can apply this verse. 1. We need to treasure wisdom like gold. Treat every piece of godly advice like a rare diamond. Don't just hear it. Store it in your heart. For example, when your parents, mentor, or pastor corrects you, don't roll your eyes or argue. Write it down. Reflect on it. That's how you treasure up wisdom. 2. We need to listen with an open heart. The verse says, "Make your ear attentive to wisdom." Listening is more than hearing. It's being willing to change. When someone points out your mistake, say, "Thank you. I'll think about that." That humility is the doorway to growth. 3. We need to ask God for discernment daily. Call out for understanding. Before you make big decisions, a job, a relationship, or a financial step, pause and pray. God, give me wisdom. James chapter 1, verse 5 echoes this. If anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God. 4. We need to seek wisdom like a treasure hunt. Don't wait for wisdom to come to you. Go after it. Study the Bible, read Proverbs daily, listen to sermons, and surround yourself with people who inspire you to grow. Think about how people search for silver or gold with focus, persistence, and energy. That's how we should search for wisdom. 5. We need to walk in integrity. Verses 7 to 8 show the reward. He is a shield for those walking in integrity. Integrity means doing the right thing, even when nobody is watching. When you live honestly, God becomes your protector, shielding you from traps and mistakes that could destroy others. Now, let's make this real. Imagine two people at work. Both face the same challenge. One acts impulsively, cuts corners, and lies to look good. The other prays first, stays honest, and follows godly principles. At first, the dishonest one seems to win. Quick success, easy praise. But soon, everything crumbles. Lost trust, broken reputation. Meanwhile, the honest one, though slower to rise, earns lasting respect, peace, and stability. That's Proverbs 2 in action. Wisdom doesn't just protect you, it establishes you. Now, you may ask, what is the benefits of applying this verse? Proverbs Chapter 2, verse 1 to 8 reveals one of the most powerful spiritual secrets in the entire Bible, the secret of divine wisdom. This passage shows us that true success, peace, and protection come from seeking God's wisdom above everything else. Let's look deeper into the blessings that follow when you live by this truth. 1. Divine guidance. He gives wisdom, knowledge, and discernment. When you put God first and truly seek His wisdom, you stop making random or emotion-driven decisions. You begin to walk in divine direction. Verse 6 says, "For Jehovah Himself gives wisdom. From His mouth come knowledge and discernment." That means every time you open your Bible, every time you pray, every time you pause to ask, "Lord, what should I do?" God responds with guidance that leads you in the right path. Think about how powerful that is. While others guess their way through life, you move with clarity and confidence. You avoid costly mistakes because your steps are ordered by divine instruction. Practical example. Before accepting a new job, you don't just look at the salary, you pray for discernment. God might show you that peace matters more than pay, or that long-term growth is better than short-term gain. That's divine guidance in action. 2. Protection from harm. He guards the way of His loyal ones. Verse 8 promises that God watches over the paths of justice and guards the way of His loyal ones. That means when you walk with integrity and live by His wisdom, God Himself becomes your protector. He shields you from toxic relationships, foolish business deals, dangerous shortcuts, and even spiritual traps that could ruin your future. Wisdom becomes a fence around your life. Real-life example. You may feel tempted to follow the crowd or take a dishonest shortcut for quick success. But God's wisdom whispers, "Wait, be patient, stay honest." You obey, and later discover that what looked like a small compromise would have led to disaster. That's protection at work. 3. Peace and confidence. Wisdom brings calm in chaos. When you live by wisdom, your heart is steady, even when life gets messy. While others panic during crises, you stand calm because your confidence isn't built on trends or luck. It's rooted in truth. Godly wisdom gives you the power to stay peaceful under pressure. You begin to see life differently. Problems become lessons, and trials become training for your purpose. Example. Imagine being laid off from a job. Instead of despairing, wisdom reminds you, God has a plan beyond this. That inner calm allows you to think clearly, act wisely, and seize better opportunities. 4. True success. Wisdom builds character and life. Success without wisdom collapses quickly. But when your success is built on God's truth, it stands strong. Verse 7 says, "He treasures up practical wisdom for the upright." This kind of wisdom makes you successful not just in your career, but in every area of life, family, friendships, health, and spirituality. True success isn't only about what you achieve, but who you become. Wisdom helps you develop patience, discipline, humility, and vision, the real foundation of greatness. Example: a person might earn wealth through clever business, but if they lack wisdom, pride, and poor judgment, can destroy it all. But when you walk with God, wisdom keeps your blessings secure and your heart humble. 5. God's shield. Integrity attracts divine protection. Integrity is more than honesty. It's loyalty to God's truth, even when no one is watching. Verse 7 calls God a shield for those walking in integrity. When you live with integrity, you become untouchable by the traps of this world. Even when people plot against you or circumstances seem unfair, God fights your battles. Example: in your workplace, others may use manipulation to get promoted. But when you choose to stay honest and hardworking, you might seem left behind, yet God will open a better door at the right time. That's His shield of favor working for you. So, Proverbs Chapter 2, verse 1 to 8 is not just a passage to read. It's a lifestyle to live. When you seek wisdom like treasure, you don't just find knowledge. You find God Himself guiding your every step. You gain direction, protection, peace, success, and divine favor. Because when wisdom enters your heart, everything else in life falls into place. Wisdom is more than knowing. It's living God's truth daily. So, accept His words, treasure His commands, and keep seeking His wisdom like a hidden treasure. Because when you do, you'll not only understand life, you'll walk in divine favor, peace, and security. If you found this message inspiring, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more weekly wisdom from Proverbs. Let's walk this journey together, one verse at a time.